It's a double header, and we have, of course, Rajasthan versus Chennai to preview with Saba Karim because it's a Saturday night thriller, and we have the star man himself. Saba, how are you viewing this? Because it's fluctuating fortunes. Like, I finally got that right. Rajasthan against Chennai. Tell me how you see it at first.
I get the impression, Avnish, that Rajasthan Royals looks to be a very exhausted side. I guess that they have tried whatever is possible, whatever has been in their control. And somehow or the other, for some odd reason or the other, they've not been able to perform up to their potential. Having said that, I do believe that they're hard done by the fact that they are missing out on so many good players, so many match winners. But whoever they have played in the 11, none of them have been able to perform up to the potential. Big worry for Rajasthan Royals because someone like Chris Morris, one has noticed that in the second leg, even Chris Morris has not performed either with the bat or the ball. Livingstone came with such a terrific reputation. He has not put up runs on the board. So it's up to Sanju Samson and how much a young lad like Sanju Samson shoulder the responsibility. He did get some support in the last game with Ewan Lewis coming back in the side, but that is not enough. So I think, especially when you're playing against CSK, you need to be at the top of your game, and I don't see that actually happening with Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, we'll come to their tactics in just a bit, but I want to talk about CSK because everyone's been praising them, and rightly so. But what's been amazing, and we've seen this every year actually, is just how they choose the same players and they don't change much. They don't tinker much. They've used 14 players this season. Talk to me about that, Saba.
Oh, that is MS Dhoni's captaincy stamped on CSK because that's the way he led the Indian side. If you recall his term as a captain of the national team, I was there as a selector in that phase from 2012 2016, Avnish. And even after one had wrapped up the series, he would insist on playing the same 11 or having the same 12 players available. Because he believes that to get into the 11, you really have to work hard and earn your position. And if all the players are fit and if they have done well, he persists with them. And I think that somehow gives a sense of security to all the players. And they want to perform not only for their respective team, but also for MS Dhoni, because he's the one who's backing them as a player. So I think it really bodes well for the CSK side that MS Dhoni once again has stuck with only 14 who have played for CSK so far. And one or two changes that we have seen, it's because it's a forced change because MSD thought that a particular player needs a break, and it did boil down to some workload management.
Spot on. I think at the end of the day, I mean, Rituraj Gaikwad is a prime example of what Sabah was talking about, and look how that's paid dividends over time. Right, let's get to your predictions because that's what we're here for, essentially. And before that, we can actually ask the fans the goodie bag question because today it's a weird one. How many run-outs do you think will happen in this match between Rajasthan and Chennai Super Kings? I mean, there's some fantastic fielders. Jadeja comes to mind, of course. Then Rajasthan have great fielders themselves. Riyan Parag, remember, got Virat Kohli run out the last time around. So you guys can have your say. Prediction number one, backspin first. And any guesses, Saba, who you think Critlytics has gone for?
Is it Sanju Samson?
Close. It's actually gone for Rituraj Gaikwad.
So you say in the end you have to pick players who are who get to bat as an opener, as openers, or at least number three. So I would go with Sanju Samson this time around. Although he missed out on the last game, he's in such a superb form. I do expect Sanju Samson to again come up with a big score, and he would relish this challenge to score runs against CSK. CSK being such a top side, they are in such a terrific form right now. With a very complete kind of a bowling setup, Sanju Samson would pit himself against CSK's superb, bowling lineup and try and do well against them.
Yeah, it's in Abu Dhabi, this one, so the batsman could come into the thick of the run, so to speak, more than Sharjah at least. Josh Hazelwood is whose Critlytics prediction for the bowlers, and he's, of course, got man of the match, I think, 3 for 24 the last time he had his outing in Sharjah. Would you go for someone like him, or would you go for someone like Sakaria, Morris? There's plenty of options, Saba.
I would go with Deepak Chahar. Avnish,
Okay,
because
that's a
in
good
my
choice.
opinion, he deserved a place in the national team, and somehow he wasn't picked because the selectors felt that they wanted to pick an additional spinner. But yes, I think the progress one has noticed of Deepak Chahar has been quite good. He did well for India in the India Sri Lanka series, and he's carried on that rich form even in the second leg of the IPL. He bowls with the new ball, strong possibility of him getting some wickets early on, and then he has matured into a bowler who can also bowl in the death overs. So I think both ways there is a chance that he may pick up some quick wickets for CSK.
And finally, your prediction in terms of the winner, because I can guess who you're going to lean towards, but do you think there could be an upset on the cards here? RR to beat CSK?
Um, well, because I'm attached to Delhi Capitals, I would love to see an upset here.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Although I think it is going to be a tough ask for Rajasthan Royals because CSK, they are in such top form. Um, especially with MS Dhoni also now coming good as a finisher, they become such a dangerous opposition. And they are in not only in fine form, but they've been able to understand the dynamics of the wicket here and in UAE, and they've been able to adjust according to that. And they do have the right kind of experience and the youngsters to perform well again against Rajasthan Royals. So yes, I mean I'll have to stick with CSK.
Okay, CSK it is. Let us know in the comments who do you think turn out to be winners in this one, because Saturday night often sees a lot of drama, and we could see a lot of drama in this one. We'll catch Saba for the post-match. Until then, subscribe to the cricket.com YouTube channel, and it's a goodbye from me, Avnish.